no, not yesterday. That is on Saturday we discussed, and remaining concentration terms we will discuss today with some bits, okay, relating to concentration terms. So with this we will complete this chapter, and tomorrow onwards we will start with the states of matter. Okay, tomorrow I am starting states of matter. So today is the last class for basic concepts of chemistry. So yesterday we were discussing a concentration term like molarity. Yes or no? So just a quick revision for concentration terms. I mean about the molarity. Weekend syllabus is both chapters, basic concepts of chemistry as well as states of matter. Okay, states of matter also I will be completing this week. I'll start from tomorrow. So both chapters are there for weekend. Okay, so now concentrate the topic molarity. So yesterday we learned its definition. Molarity definition we have learned already, and we have seen the basic formula for molarity also, and we have also discussed about the dilution formula, isn't it? And today we will talk about, see, when two solutions are mixed, imagine you have one solution with one particular molarity, you have another solution with different molarity. If both are mixed, how to find out molarity of a resultant solution? Okay, so that formula I'm going to give you, and we will solve one question also on that. So we all know molarity is what? Number of moles present in 1 liter solution. Number of moles present in 1 liter solution is called molarity, right? So now I'm giving a formula for when two solutions with different molarity is mixed okay. So when two solutions of different molarity is mixed, then you get a third solution, you get a new solution, and that new solution's molarity to find, we have a formula. Okay, so that's what I am going to give you. Say for example, this is one solution where this solution is having a molarity M1 and it has a certain volume V1. Okay, so this is our first solution having a molarity M1, okay, and having a volume V1. And I will take another solution with molarity M2 and volume V2. Okay, and remember, both of them have same solute. Only then you can use the formula. Okay, so ಎರಡು solutions solute ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, then only you can use the formula that I am giving. Okay, so first solution having a molarity M1 V1, second solution having a molarity M2 V2. Okay, now I will mix both of them. Okay, and you know the third solution which I got by mixing solution 1 and solution 2. Okay, so that third solution's molarity is M3 and volume is V3. Okay, then this molarity if you want to find out, okay, third solution's molarity if you want to find out, ಅದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ question ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, so ಎರಡು solutions, ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು molarity volume ಇದೆ and this will have a particular molarity and volume. ಎರಡು mix ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you get a third solution, and the third solution's molarity they'll ask you. Okay, then you can always find M3 is equal to, okay, M1 V1 plus M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. Okay, volume will be it will be equal to volume of both the solution, right? If you add 100 ml of this solution with 100 ml of this solution, then the third solution will have 200 ml, right? So volume is always the addition of V1 plus V2. Okay, so this is a formula you have to use. Okay, when two solutions with different molarity is mixed. Okay, very important formula nodi. When two solutions with different molarity is mixed, aವಾಗ mix ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋ third solution the molarity they will ask you, and the formula to find molarity of the resultant solution. ಇಲ್ಲಿ condition ಏನು, solute same ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Okay, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ solute ಇದ್ದಾಗ this formula you cannot use. Solute ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, two solutions with different molarity when mixed, resultant solutions molarity find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ you have a formula m1v1 plus m2v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Okay, so note down this formula. We will see a problem on this particular formula. Clear everyone? Formula gottaita? Very important formula. Okay, when two solutions with different molarity is mixed. So ivaga let us see how to use this formula. Okay, very good. Three solutions when you mix. Three solutions when you mix, the same thing. When you mix the three solutions, say you actually can mix how many ever solutions you want. Generally I can write it as m1v1 plus m2v2 plus m3v3. You can mix how many ever solution, then the resultant solution will be m and volumes will be v1 plus v2 plus v3. Okay, so the resultant solutions molarity, if you want to find out, m1v1 plus m2v2 plus m3v3 divided by v1 plus v2 plus v3. Okay, so this is a general form. From this only we can able to write this formula. Clear? Okay, so now you can just open your book, CET level, that is our page number 19. Page number 19. Can you give answer for 84th question? Adin problem alla, formula based conceptual question. Just which is the option for 84th question? You can see the question number 84. Question number 84. They are just asking you actually the core formula, right? Molarity equation for a mixture of solutions of same substance is given by, option 2, right? Yes, option 2. Okay, so now you can go for question number 86. Question number 84 is this only. See, this is what we call molarity equation when two or three solutions are mixed having a same substance or same solute. Okay, so now just go for question number 86. Okay, question number 86. Read the question. Question number 86. See, the final molarity of a solution made by mixing 50 ml of 0.5 molar HCl and 150 ml of 0.25 molar HCl and water to make the volume 250 ml is. Okay, so here two solutions are there, right? So what is solution 1? What is solution 1? What is the molarity and volume of solution 1? It is 50 ml of 0.5 molar HCl. 50 ml of 0.5 molar HCl. This is solution 1. And you have another solution, solution 2. Okay, so what is the volume and molarity of solution 2? 150 ml of molarity is 0.25 molar HCl. Eridrellu substance is same, that is HCl. Okay, and both solutions you have mixed, but after mixing volume, that is V3. Okay, so this is actually V1 and this is M1, right? And this is V2 and this is M2. Howda? Solution 1 do information V1 kottidare, M1 kottidare. Solution 2 do volume is V2 and molarity is M2. Okay, and now there is the third solution. I mean, they mixed both of them, but volume of a solution estittho, it is not equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, volume of the third solution is not equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, they have given maybe some extra amount of water they have added. Volume kottidare. What is the volume? V3 is equal to 250 ml, and they are asking you to find out M3. They are asking you to find out M3. Okay, so how do you find? The same formula you can use, right? So this is the formula you will use. So substitute everything. M3 is equal to M1 is what? 0.5 into 50, right? Plus M2 and V2, that is 0.25 into 150 divided by V3. Don't do V1 plus V2. Our question nalli volume kottilla andre, if they have not given any volume in a question, then you can do V1 plus V2. But they gave you V3 value in a question, no, then you take that value only. How much is V3? 250. So just do the calculation and tell me the answer. So what will be the answer you will get? 0.25 molar banta. So you would be getting around 0.25 molar as M3, isn't it? So that is your answer. Clear? So one point I want you to be clear. Say formula nalli in the denominator you have V1 plus V2. Okay. So V1 plus V2 tagondre in the denominator you will have how much? 150 plus 50, that is 200. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 200 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರೋ ರಾಂಗ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, when they have given V3, question ನಲ್ಲಿ V3 they gave, yes or no? Question ನಲ್ಲಿ V3 they gave. When they have given V3, that only you have to take it. Okay, that's it. 0.25. Okay, clear. So this is about the third formula of molarity. So molarity nalli three formulas we have studied. One is the basic formula, the other one is dilution formula. Okay, the third one is this one, when two solutions having different molarity is mixed. Okay, so the resultant solutions molarity you can find out through this formula. So this is how the three formulas you should remember for molarity. And now going to the next concentration term, molality. Okay, so now I'm talking about molality. Molarity is different, molality is different. Okay, that's what V1 plus V2 is equal to V3 consider ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ V3 ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, then V3 you have to consider. ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟ V3 you should consider. Okay na? ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ that V3 was not given, then you can take V1 plus V2 in the denominator. Okay, that's it. So molality is represented with the term small m. Okay, molality andre small m. Okay, so try to understand the definition of molality. It is nothing but number of moles present in 1 kg of solvent. 1 kg of solvent. Okay, so can you tell me what is the difference between molarity and molality? In case of molarity, it is the number of moles present in 1 liter solution. Okay, ಒಂದು solution ನಲ್ಲಿ total amount of solution ನಲ್ಲಿ 1 liter ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು amount of solute ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೇಳೋದು molarity. Okay, but in case of molality, it is 1 kg of a solvent. We are considering the mass of a solvent as 1 kg. In that, how much amount of solute is there? That to express, we are taking the help of molality. Okay, so molality is number of moles present in 1 kg solvent. Okay, so now take the formula for molality. So molality is equal to, that is small m is equal to mass of solute into 1000, just like molarity are, there you have considered volume of solution, here you are considering mass of solvent, that's it. So mass of solute into 1000 divided by molecular mass of solute into mass of solvent in grams. Okay, so why this 1000? Because in the question most of the times they will give mass of solvent in grams, so just a conversion factor. Ade nimage solvent mass if they have given in kg already, okay, if they have given in kg, then e 1000 is not needed in the numerator, 1000 avashyakate illa. So ನೀವು mass ದು units ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ you have to select a formula. Okay, so mass enadru grams alle, maximum 99% mass they will give it in grams, that's why this is the formula we will study. A ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ 1000 we keep it in the formula, conversion factor. Okay, so this is the basic formula for molality, that's it. And then illu aste dilution formula is same, we write it as there m1 capital M, capital V we took, right? So here for the molality we will take it as small m1 v1 is equal to m2 v2. So this is the dilution formula. Okay, so all that is same, like molarity whatever we studied, the same things we will study here also. Okay, so everything will be common. A major thing is to remember its basic formula, that's it. Clear? Fine. So that's all about molality. And now let me go for the next concentration term, mole fraction. Okay, so I will go for mole fraction. Take down, even this is very, very important. Mole fraction. So mole fraction is always represented with the letter capital X. Mole fraction is capital X. Let me complete mole fraction, last again normality. Okay, fine. So what is mole fraction? It is nothing but ratio of number of moles of a component, to the total moles, of all components present in a solution, is called mole fraction. Okay, so what is a mole fraction? It is just a ratio of, okay, number of moles of one component to the total moles of all components present in a solution. Okay, so here just let me take a solution which has got two components. Let me call those two components as A component and B component. Illi A solute agirbodu or B solute agirbodu. One solute idre another one would be a solvent, right? Okay, so a solution where two components are there, A component and B component. Say if I want to find out the mole fraction of A, then we can use the formula. The definition only says that it is just a ratio. Okay, say if I have to find the mole fraction of A, then I can write number of moles of A divided by total moles. That means number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Yes or no? That's what. Say according to a definition, I can write the formula to find the mole fraction of A. If you want to find out the mole fraction of B, then what is the formula? It is number of moles of B divided by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Okay, say this is what we call mole fraction. Okay, so a solution where two components are there, A and B, ನಾನು mole fraction of A find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is what the formula I can use, number of moles of A divided by total moles. Okay, total moles ಅಂದ್ರೆ number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Similarly, if I have to find out mole fraction of B, then number of moles of B divided by total number of moles. Okay, that means number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. So this is what about a mole fraction. Okay, that means your mole fraction is all about, say in a particular solution you may have too many moles of all the components. So how much fraction of a particular component is there compared to other component? Okay, how much amount of A is there in compared to B? Okay, that you are going to find out in the form of so-called mole fraction. Okay, so this is what we call it as mole fraction. So ivaga one more a thing you have to remember, in a particular solution sum of the mole fractions are always equal to 1. Okay, you may have 2, 3, 4 or how many other components it may be. Okay, the sum of the mole fractions of all components is always equal to 1. Okay, in this solution you have two components. See, mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B, when I do, it will always be equal to 1. Okay, so try to remember this relationship also. So this is all about mole fraction. So now we will see one question that how they can ask on mole fraction. Okay, so is the formulas of mole fraction clear? So when the solution iddu 2 or 3 components kottaga mole fraction of A find out ಮಾಡಿ, mole fraction of B find out ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, then this is what the formulas you have to use. Okay, ಈ mole fraction ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ದು percentage, I mean ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ one component is there in comparison to another component ಅನ್ನೋದು we are trying to find out. Okay, with the help of this mole fraction. Okay, so now let us come back to a question on mole fraction. ನೀವು question number 95 ನೋಡಬಹುದು. See, question number 95. I'll erase everything about mole fraction now. Let us discuss about the question. Hope everybody are copied the definition and formulas of mole fraction. Now look at the question number 95. Okay. Question number 95. Read the question. 2.82 grams of glucose. So you have a component glucose which is having a mass of 2.82 grams. Okay, fine. And is dissolved in 30 grams of water. So water is another component. Its mass is 30 grams. And they are asking you the mole fraction of glucose. They are asking you mole fraction. Mole fraction symbol is X, right? So I'll write mole fraction of glucose they are asking you. Okay, mass of glucose they gave you, mass of water they gave you, mole fraction of glucose they are asking. Okay, mole fraction of any component if you want to find out, what is your formula? What is your formula? Mole fraction of glucose is equal to number of moles of glucose, number of moles of glucose divided by number of moles of glucose plus number of moles of water, total number of moles in a solution. Number of moles of glucose, that is C6H12O6, plus number of moles of water, H2O, right? So this is what the formula you have to use to calculate mole fraction of a glucose. But in a question, they didn't give you number of moles of glucose directly, number of moles of water directly. We want both of them for our formula. So mass kottidare, can't you calculate moles, right? So how much is the number of moles you will get here? Mass divided by molar mass. Yes, mass divided by volume alla, mass divided by molar mass. Number of moles beku nanige, molarity alla. Molarity alla, moles. Number of moles formula, mass by molar mass alla. So what is the mass? 2.82 divided by molar mass of glucose is how much? C6H12O6. Molar mass is how much? 180. Isn't it? So molar mass is 180. So can you tell me how many moles of glucose you got? 2.82 by 180. How much is it? Moles of glucose. Yes, 0.01 moles. Right? So glucose moles is 0.01. Similarly, ನಮಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ದು ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಮಾಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಮಾಸ್ is 30, molar mass of water is 18. H2O, molar mass is 18. So 30 by 18. 30 by 18. So how much you got? 1.6, right? So 1.6 moles. Now this is moles of glucose, this is moles of water. Substitute in a formula. Number of moles of glucose is how much? 0.01 divided by 0.01 plus 1.6. And that would be your answer. So which is the option here? So calculate and tell me which is the option here. Option 1 now. Everybody got option 1. How much is your answer? Huh? 0.99. 0.99. Right? Zero point 0.01 banta. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಆನ್ಸರ್. 0.005. Okay. See, that's all about mole fraction. That's all about mole fraction. Okay. So number of moles of one component divided by total number of moles you have to find out. Okay, fine. Okay. So next is, let me go for normality. Okay. So another important concentration term is normality. 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 Represented with a capital N. Normality is represented with capital N. And normality is very different. And to calculate normality, you need to know lot of concept. Okay. So ivaga I'll tell the concept behind normality. Try to understand carefully. So normality definition. Normality is nothing but number of gram equivalents. It is not number of moles. Okay. So normality nalli navu number of moles consider madalla. We will consider number of gram equivalents. Number of gram equivalents present in 1 liter solution. Present in 1 liter solution is called normality. So this is the definition for normality. Okay. So what would be the formula for normality? It is normality is equal to number of gram equivalents. Number of gram equivalents. I'll tell you what you mean by gram equivalent. Just take down. Divided by volume of solution. Volume of solution in liter. So this is a basic formula based on the definition we have written. Okay. If you can elaborate this one, if you can elaborate this formula, we can write this way. It is nothing but mass of solute into 1000 divided by, instead of molar mass, we have to consider equivalent mass. we have to consider equivalent mass into volume of solution in liter. Sorry, volume of solution in ml. Okay, na? So this is what the formula you should actually use it for the numericals. Okay, so this numericals ke use mado formula. It is the mass of solute. And can you tell me the difference between normality and molarity? Normality and molarity. Mass of solute into 1000 divided by molarity ke molar mass we will use. Molecular mass of a solute we will use. But for the normality, we are using equivalent mass. Aste difference. Okay. Gram equivalence andre ಏನು? Mass of solute divided by equivalent mass is called gram equivalence. Clear? So, illi molecular mass badalige we are using equivalent mass. Okay. Now, equivalent mass is different in different substances. You should get differently in different substances. Yeah, we will discuss about equivalent mass. Just copy the formula. Just copy the formula. It is mass of a solute into 1000 divided by equivalent mass into volume of solution in ml. Okay, volume of solution in ml. That is the formula. Okay, so now how to find this equivalent mass? Okay, so now take a heading, finding equivalent mass. Finding equivalent mass. Equivalent mass. Equivalent mass is, you know, we can represent it as E, and it is very different from molecular mass. Okay, we all know how to find molecular mass, right? So equivalent mass is, see, it is different in different substances. You have to find it differently in different substances. Okay, so first let us learn how to find equivalent mass in atoms. Atoms are elements. Atoms are elements. Okay, so for atoms and elements, equivalent mass is equal to atomic mass divided by valency. Atomic mass divided by valency. If you do, you will get the value for equivalent mass. Okay, so element or atoms equivalent mass, if you want to find out, it is just the atomic mass divided by valency. Okay, for example, I want to find out equivalent mass of sodium. Okay, equivalent mass of sodium. If I want to find out, how do you find? What is the atomic mass of sodium? Atomic mass of sodium is 23. And what is the valency of sodium? Valency belongs to group 1 elements. Howda? All group 1 elements will have the valency 1 plus 1. Okay, so 23 divided by 1, that is 23 is only equivalent mass of sodium. Okay, so this is what we mean by equivalent mass. It is atomic mass divided by valency. Okay, so any elements or any atoms equivalent mass find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ just atomic mass divided by valency ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, fine. That is about equivalent mass. ಇದು ನ್ಯೂ ಲೆಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಾರ್ಮಾಲಿಟಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಾಲಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ನಾವ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ acids, okay, in acids equivalent mass can be found with the formula molar mass divided by basicity. Molar mass divided by basicity. Can you tell me what do you mean by basicity here? Basicity means number of replaceable H plus ions. Acids always have H plus ions. They give H plus ions, right? So how many H plus ions they can give during a reaction? That is what we mean by basicity. Okay, so one reaction alli acid yavaglu H plus ions kodutte. ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು H ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ನೀವು ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಬೇಸಿಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಸಿಟಿ? It is the number of replaceable H plus ion. Okay, fine. So for example, if you want to find out equivalent mass of HCl, equivalent mass of HCl find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So what is the molar mass of HCl? What is the formula? Molar mass divided by basicity. Okay, so molar mass of HCl is 36.5 divided by basicity. How many H plus ions it can give during a reaction? 1. So 36.5 divided by 1, okay, which is equal to 36.5 only. So equivalent mass is equal to molar mass here. Okay, HCl the molar mass equivalent mass onde, because in HCl you have only one replaceable H plus ion. Okay na? So ee reeti acids alli you have to use this formula to find the equivalent mass. Okay, fine. And now can you find the equivalent mass of H2SO4? Can you all find the equivalent mass of H2SO4? H2SO4 equivalent mass find out ಮಾಡಿ. How much do you get? H2SO4's equivalent mass, how do you find? Same formula, molar mass divided by basicity. Molar mass of H2SO4 is 98. How many H plus ions this acid can give during a reaction? ಎರಡು H plus ions adu ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. 2 hydrogens ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, so 2 H plus ions adu ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. So in the denominator I will substitute 2, right? So you would be getting around 49. So 49 is the equivalent mass of H2SO4. But molar mass is to 98. Equivalent mass is to 49. Okay, so nimage normality of H2SO4 enadru any question relating to H2SO4's normality, then you have to consider equivalent mass, not molar mass. So what is the equivalent mass? You will consider 49. Okay, so this is how equivalent mass is found in case of acids. Okay, ಇದೇನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಬೇಸಿಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, that would be your basicity. But that is not true for all acids. Okay, but for HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, ಈ famous acids, common acids ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ, number of hydrogens is equal to basicity only. Okay, say for complicative acids, you must know the reaction. Okay, for some acids like phosphoric acid, boric acid, ee acids igella you must know the reaction actually. Okay, fine. And now coming to the bases. Okay, in case of bases, how to find the equivalent mass? For that formula you take the, in case of bases, equivalent mass is equal to molar mass divided by acidity. Okay, what do you mean by acidity? Number of replaceable OH minus ions. Okay, number of replaceable OH minus ions. Okay, so just like acids, the bases alli ಎಷ್ಟು OH minus ions replace ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ during a reaction, that is what we mean by acidity. Okay, so this is what we call equivalent mass of bases. Okay, fine. Say for example, if I ask you equivalent mass of NaOH is a base, right? Then what you would do? Molar mass divided by number of OH minus ions present. How many OH minus ions present? Just 1. So molar mass divided by 1 you have to do. Okay, fine. Yeah, 40 is molar mass divided by 1, you get 40, right? So hage you need to find out equivalent mass in case of bases. And now let us go for salts. Okay, equivalent mass of salts. In case of salts, Okay. In case of salt, equivalent mass can be found by the formula you take down: molar mass divided by valency of cation. Okay, salt means you will have cation and anion definitely, right? So here cation's valency you have to consider in the denominator. Molar mass divided by valency of cation. Okay, so this is the formula. Say for example, I want to find out NaCl. NaCl is a salt. If I have to find out its equivalent mass, what I need to do? Molar mass divided by cation's valency. So cation is sodium. So what is the valency it has? +1. 1. Molar mass, its molar mass divided by 1 you have to take. Okay, like that. And for example, you have a salt Na2CO3. Na2CO3. Then how do you find out? You know, its molar mass divided by cation is sodium. Sodium valency 1. But how many cations are there? 2 are there, no? So 1 into 2 you have to do. That means in the denominator you have to take 2. Cation is sodium, valency 1. But number, how many number of cations you have? 2 you have. So 1 into 2. 2 you have to take it in the denominator. So this is how we will find equivalent mass of salts. Right? So ee riti different compounds alli different formulas na use madkondo equivalent mass annodu find out ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, fine. So this is all about normality. Okay, say normality ge definitely you need equivalent mass, right? If it is atoms or elements, equivalent mass is calculated by atomic mass divided by valency. If it is an acid, equivalent mass is molecular mass divided by number of H plus ions. If it is a base, equivalent mass is molar mass divided by number of OH minus ions. If it is a salt, equivalent mass can be calculated by molar mass divided by valency of cation. Okay, so cation the valency. But the cation ಎಷ್ಟು number ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು you should remember. That number you should multiply. Okay, equivalent mass of calcium chloride somebody is asking, right? So calcium chloride's molar mass divided by calcium is the positive part, yes or no, cation. What is the valency of calcium? Calcium valency is 2. Illi valency annod gottirbeku nimige. Calcium belongs to second group elements, isn't it? So all second group elements valency is 2, like this. Okay, so this is how you have to find the equivalent mass of these elements or different substances. Okay, so with this we will see if any questions are there in a book. We will solve few questions on the concentration terms. Okay, and tomorrow we will start a new chapter. Clear? Yes. Question number 85. Question number 85. Can you all see question number 85? See which concentration term you will use and how you will find out. Okay. Question number 85. A solution is made by dissolving. 49 grams of H2SO4 in 250 ml of water. Okay, so you have H2SO4 mass is 49 grams. So this is the mass they gave you, and you know, it is dissolved in 250 ml water. Okay, that is volume of solution is 250. Molarity of a solution they are asking. Okay, so they are asking about molarity they are asking. So what is given? Mass is given, volume is given, that is 250 ml. So what is the formula for molarity? Molarity is equal to mass of solute into 1000 divided by molarity ge molecular mass you have to find out. molarity ge molecular mass you have to find out. Okay, into volume of a solution. What is the volume of a solution? They gave you 250. So what is the mass? Mass is given, right? Mass is given. What is mass here? 49. Molar mass of H2SO4 is how much? 98. So you just have to do 49 into 1000 divided by 98 into 250. Okay. Ade, if they would have asked you normality, how do you do? If they would have asked you normality, molarity Allah, they have asked you normality, then what is the formula you will use to find the normality? You know, you will use the formula mass of a solute into 1000 divided by equivalent weight of H2SO4 into volume of solution in ml, isn't it? Say normality ಕೇಳಿದಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾರ್ಮಾಲಿಟಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮಾಸ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ದೇ ಗೇವ್ ಯು? 49, right? Into 1000 divided by equivalent mass. Molar mass 98, equivalent mass ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Acid ಅಲ್ಲ, you have to see H2SO4 is acid. So for acids, how do you find equivalent mass? You will do molar mass divided by number of H plus ions, right? So 98, and how many H plus ions it can give during a reaction? 2. So that is 49, right? So here you will take 49 into volume of solution 250 ml. So this is how you will calculate normality. Normality 4 banta. Normality 4 you got. Okay. A 4 ಏನು? Normality, ah? Yes, normality. 1s are 4s are. Yes, 4 normal. Okay, very good. Okay, fine. See, this is how you have to calculate normality and molarity. Okay, and one more important concept you have to remember, and this is very, very important. I'll rub everything on a board. Here, we studied so many concentration terms, isn't it? We studied so many concentration terms so far. Let me list out all the concentration terms that we have studied. We have studied mass by mass percent. We have studied mass by volume percent. We studied volume by volume percent, right? And then we went for molarity. Howda? Then molality we have seen, normality we have seen, and mole fraction we have seen. So these are the different concentration terms we have studied. And they would ask you, this is very important for competitive point of view, and they will ask you which of them are temperature dependent and which are temperature independent. Okay, so among all the concentration terms, which are temperature dependent, which depend on temperature dependent. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ concentration terms temperature change ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ change ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, as you change the temperature, the concentration would change. Okay, such a concentration terms are called temperature dependent. So among the list of so many concentration terms, which are temperature dependent, they depend on temperature. Their concentration changes as the temperature changes. Okay, so how do you decide that? You see the volume. Whichever concentration term has volume factor, definitely volume depends on temperature. Expansion and contraction of volume takes place, no, as the temperature increases. Volume ಅನ್ನೋದು change ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ as the temperature increases. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ concentration term ಅಲ್ಲಿ volume factor involve ಆಗಿದೆಯೋ, all of them are temperature dependent, isn't it? So you check if volume is involved, then it is temperature dependent. Okay, so in which and all concentration terms volume is involved? Mass by volume, volume by volume. Molarity nalli volume is involved. Yes, molarity formula is what? Number of moles divided by volume of solution. So molarity is also temperature dependent. And how about molality? Molality formula, you know, Number of moles in mass of solvent. Okay, molality nalli volume term is not there. Normality, volume is involved. Mole fraction, it's all about moles, andre mass by molar mass. No volume term is involved, right? So, which are the concentration terms which are temperature dependent here? Temperature dependent concentration terms are mass by volume percentage, volume by volume percentage, then molarity as well as normality. Okay, so these are the concentration terms which depend on temperature. As the temperature changes, the concentration also changes. Okay, fine. And which are temperature independent? Here molality and mole fraction both are temperature independent. Remember, temperature independent. Okay, so both molality, mole fraction as well as mass by mass percent. Yes, mass by mass percent also. Okay, mass by mass percent, molality and mole fraction. So all the three terms are temperature independent because there is no volume term involved. Okay, so this is one of the very important topic from concentration terms, which are temperature dependent and which are temperature independent, and why also they'll ask you. Okay, somebody are asking parts per million. So parts per million, actually next year solutions chapter only you will learn, but still you have asked, so I'm telling you parts per million, which we call it as ppm. Okay, it means that number of solute present in million parts of a solution. Okay, I'm talking about parts per million. Parts per million is another concentration term. New next year solutions chapter only you will learn. Okay, so other bage brief introduction I'll give you. That's it. It's nothing but number of solute or mass of solute. You can tell this in terms of mass or you can tell this in terms of volume also. Mass of solute present in million grams. Okay, million grams of solution. Mass of solute which is taken in grams. Okay, present in million grams of solution. Okay, this is what we mean by parts per million. Okay, million, yeah, million parts. Million andre no, it is 10 power 6. Yes or no? 10 power 6. So million parts ali how much amount of solute is there ಅನ್ನೋದು find out ಮಾಡದೆ, you know, parts per million. Okay, and then very little amount of solute, when you have, you know, for example, we say the amount of fluorine present in water is 15 ppm anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, the amount of fluorine present in water is 15 ppm andre meaning eno, it means that 15 grams of fluorine is present in million parts of water, in million amount of water. Okay, that means 15 grams is present in 10 to the power of 6 grams of solution and artha. Okay, you see, andre solvent amount is too much, solute amount is very little. So that minute amounts of a solute, if you want to express, then we use a concentration term parts per million. Okay, so solute tumba kadime amount alli ide, almost it is there in a negligible amount, then we use a concentration term ppm. Okay, so you can imagine one part in million parts is what we call parts per million. That's it. Okay, so that's all about concentration terms. And let us see few more questions if we have a time. How much is the time left for us? Weekend syllabus already nan helidini, basic concepts of chemistry and states of matter. Okay, so tomorrow we will start states of matter. Okay, so states of matter ಮತ್ತೆ basic concepts of chemistry. So ಎರಡು chapters irutte. Fine, so 3 minutes left. Okay, 3 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು question ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. You see this question, you can page number 20. You can open page number 20. Question number 7. Question number 7. Page number 20, question number 7 nodi. Yes, you can understand the question, right? 1 mole of any substance contain, yes, Avogadro number of atoms or molecule, fine. Number of molecules of H2SO4 present in 100 ml of 0.02 molar H2SO4 solution. Okay, so what is the information given? You need to find out how many molecules of H2SO4 are present in 100 ml. 100 ml of 0.02 molar H2SO4 solution. H2SO4 solution. Okay, number of molecules present in 100 ml of 0.02 molar H2SO4 solution. Okay, so how do you find out? Number of atoms, number of molecules and the Kelly Tachna, we can think of one formula. Illi number of molecules they're asking, right? So what is the formula for number of molecules that we studied in mole concept? Number of molecules is always equal to number of moles into Avogadro number, isn't it? Fine. And now we want number of moles for our formula. Number of moles is not directly given, but they gave this information. Can't you find out number of moles from the given information? Molarity formula. M, capital M means what? Molarity. So what is the formula for molarity? Molarity is equal to number of moles divided by volume of solution in liters, right? So molarity is given now. What is the molarity? 0.02 into volume. If you do, you will get number of moles. You will get number of moles. So what is the volume? Volume you have to take it in liters. Idu ml alli kottidare, liters alli tagondre, it would be 0.1 liter. It would be 0.1 liter. So 0.02 into 0.1. If you do, you will get volume. Sorry, you will get number of moles. So that number of moles into Avogadro number. If you do, you will get your answer. Yes or no? So what is your answer? Can you tell me? You understood, right? How do you get number of moles here? Number of molecules ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ question ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು find out ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ formula is what? Number of moles into Na. But number of moles question ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. This is the information they gave. Molarity ಇದೆ, volume ಇದೆ. So ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು first number of moles find out ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. We know molarity is equal to number of moles by volume in liter. Yeah, your answer is 12 point something into 10 to the power of 20, isn't it? So this is how they can ask the question. Actually, this was the question from previous year's paper. Okay, it was a question from previous year's paper. So itara, say they would combine mole concept and concentration terms. You have to think of, you should able to apply the concept. Okay, that's all. So with this, I am stopping this chapter. Tomorrow we will meet with states of matter. States of matter. Okay, thank you.